What's up everybody, Kinetic here, and welcome back to Diablo 3. Wow, it actually been a while since I made a Diablo 3 video. I think the last time it was, maybe it was at the beginning of Season 7, I want to say, or maybe it was Season 6. I can't remember. I only did like 2 build videos, and I was going to do more, but then I was just like, I don't know. And then I just kind of like moved on into other things. I think I got like wrapped up in doing Division videos for a while, which was cool. And now we have the latest season. Season 8 just started for Diablo 3 here on Friday, I believe. And I had absolutely zero plans to play this season. It was a season that released without any kind of updates. So I guess the mentality about it was, if it's not broken, then don't try to fix it, or something like that, which is totally fine. I played, in Season 7, I played Wizard. Not this Wizard, but I did play a Wizard, and I got pretty far. I didn't actually make it to, completing all the conquests or something like that. But this time, like I said, I had no plans whatsoever to actually play this season, but I ended up making a Witch Doctor for 2 reasons. For one, I get to play with my new Diablo pet, which is annoying as hell. It won't shut up. It's just like every second or every 2 seconds. You hear that? That's the sound he's constantly making right there. Like everywhere I go, the Lord of Terror is trying to terrorize everybody and everything. Aside from this noisy bastard that's following me around all the time, the real reason actually I went into playing Seasons is because I want those freaking wings. You guys gotta see this, right? Okay, it's really tiny here. I'll put up another picture of the wings. The Maiden of Anguish Andariel wings, right? If you play the previous Diablo games, you know who that is. And to call them wings, I'm not sure if that's really the accurate term. They're more like tentacle spiky thingies. You can see them. They look wicked, and just because of the nostalgia, I really want to go through the season and pick up those wings. So here I am. I started yesterday, and earlier today, I got to rank 70. Shut up, Diablo. Making too much noise. I got past chapters 1, 2, and 3, and so now I'm in the 4th chapter. So what I'm going to do here in this video is I'm just going to talk Diablo talk, just to, ARPG and chat and stuff like that. We need to go to Torment 4, and I've got to find the key wardens. The key wardens are part of the 4th chapter to get the 3rd and final pair for Hadrig's Gift. Hadrig's Gift, if you're unaware, is once you've reached certain accomplishments, or unlock certain seasonal achievements, that you get the pieces of armor that are specific to this season. Like, they select different sets. I'm totally going to change this Diablo pet because he's really noisy. Every season, they get to they kind of like spoil you with like some set of the class or whatever. So for I think this season for Wizards, for example, is the Veers set or whatever, and for the Witch Doctor, we have the Arakirs. Maybe that's how you pronounce that, the Arakirs set. And I remember when they first came out with this set, and it was bad to say the least. But it seems like it's gotten better. I'm gonna try and make the most of it. While it will probably be the best armor that I have for a while. So I'm gonna go hunt the key wardens, and that will get me the last 2 pieces from Hadrig. Now, let's see. Now I have to try and remember where the hell those key wardens are. I believe, aha, yeah. Now they also have a key there to show you, but I knew it was in Stonefort because at the beginning of Reaper of Souls, when they came out with the machines and stuff like that, so you could get the Hellfire Amulet, I was farming with guys for days and days, like, for those damn machines, and then we would go in for the Ubers, and it was just all kinds of, it was awesome. Like, straight up, I love the Uber fights here in Diablo 3, and I might actually have to do those as maybe part of one of the conquests or something like that. I'm not sure. I hear a goblin. What's this? Mana Jurist? Mina Jurist, whatever. He's dead. And he didn't really give much. Wait, he gave me a buddy. Oh, no way! A hound of sorts. Awesome! Dude, hold up. We're totally going back to town now. Yeah, I still have not collected, or actually, I think it's new for every character that they will start dropping for you, but I don't have this. Until now. Now I do. Cool. There it is. Aw, he's adorable. His favorite game is Fetch the Skull, but try to make sure no one is using the skull first. Right. And then just recently, this is the one I'm currently using. I just got this one kind of recently. This one's cool. Could it be Malthael's country cousin? Yeah, let's go with Buddy. Buddy's his name? Buddy's his name. Let's go, Buddy. Come on, Buddy. Let's go. So something I wanted to talk about also in this this video is I wanted to talk about, again, the same topic that I talked about in the Season 2 video that I did quite a while ago now, where I was talking about why play seasons? Like, what's the point? Because I remember as the season feature was first coming out in Diablo, so many people were turned off by the idea, like, why the hell would I want to start all over again, you know, with a fresh character, with no money, no gear, nothing and stuff like that. And over time, it's become more and more apparent to me that the reason why people question this is because they're, well, most of them are just simply not old school ARPG fans. Like, if you've been playing ARPGs for a while, then you understand that starting over, making new characters, is a core part of the game. It's just what you do, right? Just like farming. A lot of people probably bought Diablo 3 Vanilla thinking, oh wow, this is gonna be like WoW or something like that, you know? But it's not. It's not World of Warcraft. It's not even like Warcraft at all. It is a game that is based around the whole idea of grinding, and many people didn't understand that. They bought the game and they're like, oh, all you do is grind in the game. Like, yeah, that's what you do. So that's like two of the biggest pillars, right, of an ARPG game. It's one, you grind and you grind and you get new gear, and then you grind some more, like, to try and see how far you can push the difficulty, right? How can you get to Inferno? Can you complete Inferno? Well, there was Inferno, of course, and now we have higher and higher Torment levels and greater Rift levels and stuff like that, and it's always that. Like, that is ARPGs. And then with seasons, right? Seasons and ladders and stuff like that, it is, of course, it's about starting over, right? You're supposed to not play any one character forever. Again, it's not like WoW at all, where most people can play a single character for the entire time. That's not what you do, right? You can certainly play a single class if you really like a class. Like, for example, I really enjoy Demon Hunters here in Diablo 3, but I won't play the same Demon Hunter build forever. Like, as much as I love multi-shot builds and just the ridiculous power that they provide, right? Just wiping out half the screen with a few clicks of the button. There you are, you bastard. I'll eventually get bored of that, and I'll either switch characters to another class entirely, or, like, at the very least, I'll switch builds. And you saw from my character list, I have at least 2 of every single class in this game. And that's what I think you should be doing. Maybe not everybody, but you're supposed to, right? You're supposed to play different classes, different builds and stuff like that. That's what it's about, right? That's where you're gonna get the most fun out of an ARPG. And for all the people that got tired and didn't get into, you know, Diablo 3 or even Reaper of Souls in the long run, I think that's what most of them missed, right? I'm not saying everybody, but I think a lot of people just did not understand that starting over, right, for a season or something like that, and taking that opportunity to also try something new is a big part of what ARPGs are all about. This is true for pretty much every ARPG, right? Any significant ARPG, Path of Exile definitely embodies this, you know, with their leagues, right? Every league is a new opportunity with new mechanics. That's definitely one of the upper hands that Path of Exile has over Diablo 3, is they add a lot of new mechanics and things like that. Like, for example, those frozen packs that we're seeing in the Essence League, which I think is a really cool idea. You know, so that's it. You know, that's the game. You grind, you start over, and you explore different characters. Why did I resummon my Gargantuan? My commentary is taken over, and it's a good thing. I'm making this look ridiculously easy. I had no idea I was going to be this powerful. You guys saw me turn it up to Torrent 4. This is the first time with this character that I've actually done that. I wasn't really sure how it was going to turn out. It's turned out great. Excellent. Okay, so... Are they really ping? No, this is for the bounty. That's what that ping is. So yeah, if you ever wondered, right, still yourself, and I'm not blaming anybody, not saying, you know, you're an idiot for not getting it, because I get that it's just not something a lot of people are conditioned into with a lot of games. But that's it, right? If you wondered what's the point of seasons, if you wondered what's the point of ladders and stuff like that, what's the point of the grind, what's the point of ARPGs, that is it right there. That is it, my friends. And there you are. Gotcha. Whoa, that kind of hurt. This freaking Witch Doctor, though, man, oh my god. I have been absolutely tearing stuff apart ever since I made this character. Last season, in Season 7, I'm not gonna lie, I struggled for some reason with that wizard, man. I just could not seem to make quick progress. Like, look at this freaking army I have. This is awesome. This is why I love pet builds. I could not seem to get really a good momentum rolling with the wizard, but with Witch Doctor, oh man, it is just all it takes is just one good legendary, like, and the power of the pets and the spells all over the place, man. It's amazing. It really is amazing. I have so much fun with Wizard or with Witch Doctor. I have fun with Wizard too, but I've had so much fun playing Witch Doctor ever since I started playing it. Actually, around the beginning of Reaper of Souls, I didn't play it in vanilla. I played mostly Demon Hunter and Barbarian. That was my thing. Barbarian was my very first Diablo 2 character, which was my first Diablo character. I didn't play Diablo 1 until later, after that. So then I did kind of the same for Diablo 3. I was like, I wanna make a Whirlwind Barbarian. Then I remembered how tired of whirlwinding I was, so I stopped playing. That and all the other issues with vanilla. I was like, I'll come back later. And I did, but I found myself wanting to field something like a Necromancer before, because I also played Necromancer quite a bit in Diablo 3. I love Necromancer. That was when I fell in love with playing pet builds, was because of Necromancer in Diablo 2. But for some reason I just didn't feel like doing that, or it just didn't feel the same. It's an entirely different kind of character design, right? Necromancers compared to Witch Doctors. At their core, you know, gameplay, they are basically doing more or less the same thing, aren't they? But design-wise, I always thought the Necromancers were much cooler looking, and especially as I got into the lore and then reading like the Sin War trilogy, and you know, then you find out about things that exist in the Diablo universe through the books that don't exist in the game, except for, I guess, by name, maybe, on an item, like Tragul, you know, stuff like that. You learn about Tragul and Rathma and stuff like that. Oh, dude. I'm getting wet between the thighs right now just thinking about all that. But yeah, necromancers really do it for me, definitely. Okay, I think I see. I might as well do the bounty stuff while I'm here. Oh, there's a purple arrow. Okay, this is I don't remember those purple arrows. They must have added that sometime later. I remember when they came out with the adventure mode and the arrows to help kind of point you in the right direction if you're getting lost and stuff like that. And I was it's kind of I don't know. I was a bit turned off by how casual they were making it. People were like complaining, like, oh, can you make those arrows pop up sooner so I could just know exactly where to go instantly when I get into an area. And I'm like, really? You can't just like explore the area and find your objective? And it seems like they've done that now for key wardens as well. Whatever. After doing probably hundreds of bounties now, I appreciate those arrows. Now I'm just like, okay, I've done this. Let's just get through it, please. Try and do it. I don't have anybody to split it with me. Make it easy on me. Alright, where are you, bastard? Which way do we need to go? I have no idea. Let's get these hazards out of my way. If you're curious to know my build as well, and this is actually pretty much the build that I use to level this witch doctor, and wow, what a pace too. I'm using corpse spiders with the Medusa spiders. I wasn't actually using that rune before it was the blazing spiders that gave me mana back, because yeah, it makes it easier to spam the dire bats when you don't have legendaries to make that easy for you. Makes it easier when you have a really strong generator like that to be able to spam bats. And normally, actually, I've used, I think, vampire. Yeah, the vampire bats with no channeling cost. But then I started playing with the dire bats, and I really like them more than I have in the past, with the way that they can really go far. They hit like a truck when you have like plus fire damage and stuff like that. Really good skill there. Let's see, Jinx, I'm only using, or Hex and Jinx, I'm using this now because of the set, but before that, I was actually using, what was it, Haunt? Wait, no, yeah. No, yeah. I think I was, okay, yeah, I was using Soul Harvest with, I believe it was Swallow Your Soul. Yeah, I think it was Swallow Your Soul. I was using that, and I was using Haunt as well in this slot. I wasn't using Jaunt, because I didn't really feel like, while I was leveling, that the speed was really what I needed. So I was using Haunt instead. For the for example, in the beginning, Resentful Spirits, you get 2 with every cast, and then later, Draining Spirits, again for the mana generation to help be able to spam the dire bats, because the dire bats are quite expensive. You may not have noticed that now because of the legendary power that I have equipped. Zombie dogs with I didn't have lifelink before because I wasn't really taking that much damage while only playing on hard to level. I was using, I think, either rabid dogs or burning dogs, just whatever for the damage. I think it was burning because of fire and the bats and fire on the bracers. Gargantuan with Restless Giant or Bruiser. You don't get Bruiser until much later, but I was using Restless Giant. And then for the passives, what I was using first, I believe it was Jungle Fortitude, then later it was Spiritual Attunement, later it was Gruesome Feast, like those, I think those 2 here, Spiritual Attunement, became the 2 once I had 2 passive slots, and then when I had 3, it was with Pierce the Veil. So these 2 really help to kind of balance each other out there, because Pierce the Veil increases the mana cost, while Spiritual Attunement allows you to have a bigger mana pool and generate mana again quite quickly. And then once, and like just kind of over time, I started messing around with other ones. Now I'm using Fierce Loyalty at 70 for the movement speed, because again, movement speed really for me, while I'm leveling, isn't that essential. When you're going through rifts, you're going to have, for the most part, really strong what am I trying to say? There's a lot of enemies, so it's not like you have to run a whole minute to find the next pack or something like that. Density, thank you. The enemy density of the rifts is really good, so I don't really need to run a long distance or anything like that to be able to get to the next pack. So that's, yeah, that's why. Let's see, Midnight Feast, I think I did take that once I had 4 slots possibly or something like that. I mean, there's just all sorts of cool passives that you can use. Confidence Ritual, I think I was running as well for a while because reasons. Right, and so that's basically the skills and stuff that I was using on the way up to 70, and now you can see that most of that is still here now. Corpse Spiders, Fire Bats. You use Corpse Spiders to command your big spider here that's coming with the set. The two-piece set permanent spider who leaves behind the web, blah, 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 goes where, or is committed to move where you cast your corpse spiders. There you go. And dire bats, because reasons, again, really hits hard. But no, really, actually, and I found this legendary here, the Staff of Chiroptera or whatever. Fire bats attack 100% static. Faster casting, and there's the fluctuating percentage, I think, yeah, up to 75% depending on how the item rolls. I found that staff very early, and that's when I absolutely fell in love with the dire bats, because it's just like boom, 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 these giant freaking bats hitting these enemies and passing right through them to hit everything else on the screen. It was beautiful, and so I've really come to appreciate that since then. Mask of Jerem as well, I found fairly early on. Percentage increased damage, depending on the roll, of course, comes at 100 when you have it in the Kanai Cube. And there you can see my gear. I mean, really nothing special going on here, but I'm working on getting the last 2 pieces, which will be torso and legs for the 6-piece bonus. The 4-piece, that's the Hex and the Toad. That's why, again, I'm using Hex. 6-piece, the damage of your creature skills is increased by 1500%. Creature skills are Corpse Spiders, Plague of Toads, Fire Bats, Locust Swarm, Hex, and Piranhas. Once I get that 6-piece, dude, my bats are going to be insanely powerful. And that's what I would really like to try and stick with, if I can. Really try to push this set. And instead of, like, always falling back, you know what I mean, on what I'm comfortable with, because usually I would go with, I think, Zunimasa or something like that for the more pet-centric kind of mechanics. But again, this is what I was just talking about, like, the seasons are a chance to start something fresh. You know what I mean? And if you're gonna cheat yourself out of the opportunity, you know, to feel a little bit of obligation, you know, and why not? Like, they're gonna give you the set, try it out, see if you can make it work, right? Accept the challenge, damn it. You know, here's the set, make it work. And so that's what I'm gonna try to do. Because otherwise I'm just playing the same old Witch Doctor, and then, you know, why do that? Why do that? I might as well play non-season then. And play with my already well-established and very powerful Witch Doctor in non-season. Wow, these guys are melting so hard, or so fast. And yes, I am overburdened, aren't I? Let's drop a couple of pieces, I guess. And we'll go back to town. Excellent. That was so much smoother than I thought it was going to be. I'm actually really curious now. How powerful am I right now? Let me see. What else we got on our list? The key to success. Ah, that's right. We still got to get Nekorat. So there's one more there. I'll do Adri at Torment 2. That's going to be so easy. Butcher at 4. I'm really not expecting problems there. I think there's the next proper test. Yeah, to see, can I do Greater Rift level 20 solo? I'm not going to do that yet. Let's go to the High Heavens and Gardens of Hope. Here we go. So, you guys might actually be interested to know, what do I think about BlizzCon? Maybe what are my predictions for Diablo and stuff like that. Obviously, they're hinting at some some surprises, some possible announcements. I mean, if you've been paying attention at all, there is so much talk of possibly an expansion announced at this BlizzCon for Diablo 3. Some people, like myself, think that it's more likely that something like maybe Diablo 4 may be announced. I mean, we just don't know. It's all guesswork right now. Like, what could it be, and based on what people want, you know, in their hearts, and based on educated guesses, we can come to all sorts of things. Why do I think that it would be Diablo 4? Well, if we look at the evidence, the real evidence of what Blizzard is looking for with the job postings that they've had for, like, what, a year plus now or something like that, they are looking for some seriously big talent for an unannounced, this is quoting now, unannounced Diablo project. Now, of course, an unannounced, that's right, I forgot to clean my bags. That unannounced project could mean an expansion. Definitely, that we can't rule that out as a possibility, but based on the types of jobs that they are looking for, it sounds like they are working not on the current engine for Diablo 3, but on a new engine. And if they're working on a new engine, then it's pretty logical that a new engine means that that it will be a new game entirely. Some of us are joking it'll be Heroes of Sanctuary, you know, like Hearthstone style, or World of Diablo Craft, which both I think are ridiculous and have the least chance of actually becoming real, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's not going to happen, but again, anything's possible. Really though, it looks like it's going to be a new Diablo game, and people have their reasons why they doubt that. For example, look at how long it took to go from Diablo 2 to Diablo 3, 10 years waiting and stuff like that. But as I've said in previous videos, it doesn't normally take companies, right? Look at all the games that come out with sequels, you know, one after another. It does not take 10 years to come out with a new game in many of these cases. I would say for most games in their development cycle, it's like 3 to 5 years, I think, is pretty accurate, actually. 3 to 5 years to make a good, solid game. Some of them go much longer than that, naturally. I think, you know, for whatever reason, whatever kind of game they're trying to make. I think, what was it? Which Gran Turismo game took like 7 years to make, or something like that? There are definitely cases where, you know, that development time is needed, but I really don't think that it is needed for another Diablo game. Is that? No, he's still there. Okay. I was like, is that goblin dead already? Couldn't see him moving or nothing. I guess he was stunned. So yeah, looking at, again, you know, from an educated standpoint, I think that it makes more sense that Diablo 4 is likely to be what's next in line for Diablo. What I would really like, and this is, okay, this is the dream, right? This is the dream that I have for BlizzCon 2016. They get on stage and they're like, happy anniversary to Diablo and stuff, and then they're like, alright guys, get ready to now completely cream your pants. We are doing Diablo 2 HD. We're doing visual upgrades like we did for World of Warcraft, and improving the you know, the polygon count on characters. So, you know, graphical updates there, and we're also working on Diablo 4, which will come out when it's ready, right? That would be, you know, soon, TM, right? But yeah, I mean, it's not likely, but that's the dream that I have, is that they would make it fun, really fun to play Diablo 2 again, you know, more compatible for a lot of people on more current systems, right? Diablo 3, I think they could do just simply, for example, upgrading the visuals on the textures, lighting, the polygon count on the characters and stuff like that. I think would do wonders for Diablo, really. Plus, of course, you know, definitely that's the biggest weakness for Diablo 3 is that it needs more content, right? That is by far, I think, the game's biggest weakness. If they came out with more content more regularly, like, for example, Path of Exile does, then there would be a lot less bitching and complaining about how bad Diablo is. Of course, there's a lot of other issues that, you know, could be addressed. Like, again, like, I think graphics-wise, there's something still to be desired from what's possible for Diablo 3's graphics. They could do some tricks and improvements with lighting, textures, polygon count, and stuff like that, and it would be wonderful. It would be really, really good, and a great way to hold people off as well, right? I'm done with this, aren't I? It'd be a great way to hold people off until a Diablo 4, you know what I mean? By making some good improvements to Diablo 3, bringing, you know, HD support for Diablo 2, and that would definitely hold us off for a couple of years while they go on to work on Diablo 4. If they did Diablo 4, I think I've said this in the past as well, I believe that it would continue as Diablo 3 did to try and push the ideas of what is an ARPG into new territory. I think they tried to do that with Diablo 3, and some things they succeeded with, and some things they just utterly failed with for Diablo 3. For Diablo 4, I think, like I said in the past, they will work on, you know, the lessons that they learned from Diablo 3 to carry over to Diablo 4 and make a much better game. Maybe that might actually include things like trading, for example. Even though I myself, if you've been watching my Path of Exile videos, you've heard me say I'm pro self-found, right? I don't dislike trading, and I think if other people enjoy trading, like, that's what makes the game more fun for them. Hey, more power to you. Me, I like to find my own stuff. I like to earn it, and so that's why I continue to enjoy Diablo 3 as much as I do, probably more than a lot of people. Let's see. Adria, yeah, that was going to be super easy. Butcher. Let's go kill Butcher, because I could probably still rant long enough to do a Butcher kill. Why am I... Okay, isn't that... No, that's Skeleton King. Where the hell is... There he is. Butcher, Halls of Agony 3. Right, so that's the dream. What's more likely to come out of BlizzCon? Right? Besides the ultimate fantasy of 3 Diablo games being announced, you know, for all sorts of reasons. I think there is a strong possibility at Diablo 2 HD. In fact, I just talked to somebody today, a buddy of mine, who is a huge fan of Diablo 2, and we were talking about, you know, whether there should be trading and how they could do it and stuff like that, maybe in Diablo 3 or Diablo 4, etc., right? And he asked me, he's like, what are the chances of this actually being true? Like, do I think that it's a real possibility that they would do an HD upgrade for Diablo 2, even if it meant just, like, you know, adding, like, you know, better resolution support and stuff like that for monitors and stuff like that? I said absolutely. Like, I think that's been a rumor, maybe even confirmable somewhere, that Blizzard has shown interest and or is working on HD projects for not just Diablo 2, but also StarCraft and Warcraft 3. Something fans of all 3, you know, of those franchises would love to see, right? Absolutely. And I think it would definitely be worth Blizzard's time if they did do something like that. Definitely. I don't think it would sell 30 million or whatever whatever the count is for Diablo 3, right? It has sold like some 30 million copies or something like that. I don't think the HD Diablo 2 is going to do that, but they could still make a really nice profit, I think. Certainly. And it's a good thing I can pretty much cruise through this this torment difficulty with all my commentary and my distracted gameplay. If this was a harder difficulty, if this was a harder torment, my commentary would be all kinds of broken because I would be so much more focused on the gameplay at hand. Paragon 46. Let's apply some points. So yeah, I think it's possible that it's very possible that they might announce Diablo. Oh crap! Did I really just do that? Yeah, I did. That they would announce maybe Diablo 2 HD. Very possible. I think it is possible that they still might do another X-Pack for Diablo 3, but it doesn't seem likely. Again, with all of the things that could be better for Blizzard and for the fans, it would be a better idea instead of doing an expansion. Just, you know, let's start from scratch. Let's put this behind us, you know, so to speak, Diablo 3, and move forward with, you know, a much better game, something that is more worthy of the Blizzard, you know, game lineup. A better Diablo game, a truly better Diablo game. Because right now, as it is, you know, especially looking at what Korea's doing for some of their ARPGs, like Lineage Eternal, like Lost Ark, holy shit, dude. Those games, that's next level ARPG action right there. Definitely looking at those games. And I think that that's where Diablo should be. That's, again, and I think Blizzard thinks that too. I honestly think that they think that too, that they should be part of that. They should be on that level and making a game like those games. Graphically, gameplay-wise, all of that stuff. Not exactly like Lost Ark, although I wouldn't complain if they did something like Lost Ark with a Diablo, you know, story and atmosphere or whatever. But I think that's, yeah, that's where Diablo needs to go, and the sooner they get there, the better, definitely. What's next on my list? Greater Rift, Torment 2. So yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for now, guys. I could honestly still go on for probably another hour talking about all kinds of other things, but this video I think is good, and I feel relieved actually to have made this video to talk to you guys and kind of share like what is going on in my head like every day, seriously now for months. These thoughts that I have about Diablo and the possibilities for the future and stuff like that. I kind of shared some of this in my top 5 most anticipated ARPG games, right, of 2016 to 2017, and this definitely is a good addendum to that. If you are playing Season 8, then I'd like to hear like what your progress is in that. Hey, maybe we can get a game together or something like that. This is the fastest progress I have made in a season, and I'll probably try to continue to push it as far as I can to definitely get the wings and the stash base and stuff like that. So it'd be cool maybe to game with you guys. I might do a BlizzCon live stream playing Diablo, maybe playing some other Blizzard games. I'm gonna be one of the last people on the planet that gets to 110 in World of Warcraft. I'm still not 110 because I'm distracted by so many other games. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Click the like button to support these Diablo 3 videos. The more you guys support all of my videos, and of course specific to the games, the more I know to then continue to keep making content, because that's something that you know, you guys also share an interest in as well. But either way, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Thanks again for watching. Might see you at BlizzCon on my Twitch channel, and I think that would be fun. I'll let you guys know more about that in the future. That's it for now, guys. Thanks again for watching. My name is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.